Hey Red, do you know there's 5 active product lines of Zoids right now?
Explain, nerd.
Hello Internet and welcome back to the Zoids Room. I'm Phobos and today we're going to be talking about the current 5 product lines of, you guessed it, Zoids. Zoids has been ongoing since 1983, so as you can imagine, it's had quite a few product lines in that time. And today we're going to be talking about the 5 current ones. First up, we have the AZ, or Advanced Z line of Zoids by Takara Tomy. The AZ line are 1/72 scale snap-together motorized kits, and they just look absolutely beautiful. They're a lot like the motorized Zoids model kits from your childhood, but as you can see here, the AZ kits boast a lot more detail than the classic Takara Tomy model kits. And while the AZ line is mostly felines, we are getting a few different body types with the Fire Phoenix, Mulga, Genosaur, and Deathsaurer.
Wait, Deathsaurer. That's what I am. Stop the video. This is clearly the best Zoids line.
Next up, we have a long-running collaboration line of Zoids between Takara Tomy and Kotobukiya, the 1/72 scale HMM, or high-end master model line of Zoids. Although the Kotobukiya HMM line of Zoids lack the motor gimmick that Zoids is very famous for, it boasts an incredible amount of detail and posability, akin to master grade or occasionally perfect grade style of Gundams. And because they lack motors, the HMM line of Zoids is often more skinny than the traditional motorized line of kits, which some people like and some people don't. Some people prefer their big chunky Zoids, and other people kind of like their streamlined, skinnier versions. The Kotobukiya HMM line is definitely more difficult than traditional motorized kits and has been ongoing for almost 20 years. They've made super massive kits like Gojirless the Ogre, Iron Kong PK, classic Liger Zeros and Shield Ligers, all the way down to itty bitty little guys like the classic Mulga. If you've got some experience in model building and you want your own Zoids and more dynamic poses, the HMM line is definitely worth looking into. Next up, we have the RMZ line of Zoids, once again by Takara Tomy. This brand new line of Zoids is 1/100 scale posable model kits, and they are just now getting into the hands of customers. Being 1/100 scale rather than the traditional 1/72 scale of Zoids means these are a bit smaller than the usual suspects, but that also means a decrease in price and a decrease in the amount of space that these things take up. And even if you're like me with a whole room dedicated to model kits and stuff, display space is something you always want to consider. And though the RMZ line has just started, they've already released a pretty long list of Zoids they expect to release in this line, so get your wallets ready. And now the 4th line. This is called Adamas Machina. The Adamas Machina line of Zoids is going to be 1/72 scale as most traditional Zoids are, but rather than model kits this time, they are actually action figures with die-cast parts. So far, only 2 Zoids have been announced for this line, the Berserk Fury, which releases this month, and the Blade Liger, which we haven't seen the prototype of yet. And though they are action figures, not model kits, they boast an interesting gimmick. They can be displayed in 3 different modes. Frame mode, which is just the bare naked Zoid. Wild mode, which is what the Zoid looked like when it was a wild Zoid before being converted into a combat Zoid. And combat mode, the traditional combat mode we're mostly familiar with. So that's pretty neat. It's a die-cast action figure with 3 different modes to display it in. They are a bit on the pricey side, but they look really, really cool, and I really can't wait to see what they do with the Blade Liger design. And the 5th product line of Zoids is another line by Kotobukiya, this time Metamorverse. We haven't gotten an official release date for these Metamorverse Zoids, but the gimmick seems to be they're basically frame arms girls, but Zoids. And not just regular frame arms girls, but it seems the gimmick with these is that the armor these girls are wearing can be removed and formed into their own little chibi Zoid. We've only seen the prototype of this Blade Liger girl here, but it seems that these little chibi Zoids have a little bit of articulation to them, so I guess they're somewhat like the older D-style line. I'm actually pretty interested to see where this Metamorverse line goes, because the only official Zoids girl product we've ever had is this Good Smile Shield Liger girl, so it seems like she might have some friends pretty soon.
Wait, I'm a chibi Zoid. Do I get a pretty girl companion?
And there we go, the 5 current product lines for Zoids: AZ, HMM, RMZ, Adamas Machina, and Metamorverse. And as an honorable mention, though not a proper model line per se, we are also getting various collaboration Zoids that we'll be going over in the next video.
I want my own Zoids collab kit. Think about it. Red X Hollow Life, or Red X One Piece.
So let me know what you guys think. Which line of Zoids has gotten you guys most excited? Because I gotta say, I kinda like all of them.
Clearly Advanced Z is the best currently cause they have Deathsaurer. Unless Kotobukiya decides to make me in Metamorverse form.
Thank you guys for joining me here in the Zoids room, and as always, Zoid on!
Oid on, chat.